Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, what's the deal, YouTube? It's your boy Next Gen 720, and I am back with another video. Let me pause. Shout out to everybody in the live stream. We're gonna get this thing get started. We're gonna have a little fun today. I'm not gonna be here long because later on today I do have the multiplayer podcast, so we're not gonna be here long. But if you, like I said, something I shout out my man Cypher, man. And look, too, Cypher, man, shout out. I didn't see that $10 that you left the other day. My man Thomas Frank always giving me the news and stuff. Shout out to you guys. Shout out for that $10 you left in the super chat. I don't know if I told you thank you or not. I didn't see it when you did it. So, again, thank you. So, like I said, you guys will be so kind. Hit the like button. We have a little fun here. Like I said, we're not going to be here too long. You know what I mean? Because I got to get my daughter from school in a minute. But there's something that I said a little while ago. You know what I mean? I was saying that if you didn't have an Xbox, you know what I mean, and you're gonna get the S, and the X was out, you're kind of doing yourself a disservice. And well, he said, well, not everybody has a 4K TV, and I say this again, shout out to my man. Listen, I know my man Xbox 448 is the next Xbox fanboy, but he swears up and down his gaming experience is much better. But for those of you guys that said you would prefer the frames over resolution, I told you guys that the X is going to start to make the 2013 hardware start to show its age, really. And again, it's for the consoles, the Xbox One and the PS4 are 4 years old. Let's be clear this, okay? So a highly critically acclaimed, very, very popular game, PUBG. They came out today. I'm going to share my screen with you in a minute, and said that it's going to run 60 frames on the X, and I think it was going to do 30 on the Xbox One S or their standard Xbox. I remember when Microsoft or Phil was saying that there wouldn't be no frame rate difference, and I said to them, I know not to them, but I was saying that really didn't make any sense, because if I'm buying a $500 console, a premium console, I want to get the most out of my console. And people started to complain, and then I guess some developers was like, "Oh, you know what I mean? Like, no, we want to take this thing into the next level." So then Microsoft quietly said that they will not, regulate frame rates. Developers can get what they must. You know what I mean? They can get 60 frames on the X. It could be 60 frames on the X. You know what I mean? So this is the first game, if I'm not mistaken, high profile game, PUBG, that is not the same rate as the Xbox One S is going to be. So will people online have an advantage? Will people online have an advantage? I never meant to make you cry. You were the only one I've ever loved in my life. Listen, I'm bugging out. Will people have an advantage online? Of course they will. Let's be clear. This one guy's moving 30, another guy's moving 60 or close to 60. Yes, they're going to have an advantage. But to be fair, not everyone on PC is running 60 frames. Some people are 30, 40, whatever the case may be. You get what you pay for. You get what you pay for. So I'm talking to the Puerto Rocks of the world. Even my man, shout out to my man Parker. He's new to the Xbox community. He's a Sony dude, but he got him the S. I said, bro, it makes no sense to get the S. And the X is out, you know what I mean? I know, man, I do most of my gaming. I understand that, but if you want to get the most bang for your buck, hey, where you at, Alex? Hey, Alex, I need answers, Alex. Now, Alex claimed that he traded in his Xbox One X for the S because it was no difference. But he's going to keep the S for PUBG. And I say to him this. Oh, I'm bugging out. Don't shoot the messenger, I shout. Don't shoot the messenger, I shout. I say that to say this. I hate to be the X-bot to say I told you so, but I kind of told you so. You know what I mean? You know, I don't call myself Nostradamus or anything like that. I'm not claiming to be an industry insider. But if for those that are claiming that there's not a big difference between the X and the S, they're not being honest. For those out there, I said be wary of those messengers that come in wolves and sheep clothing. For those who said there's not a huge difference between the Pro and the X, they're not being honest. This is coming from someone who has an X. I mean, a Pro. I have everything. You know what I mean? I even got my ads. You know, I didn't even trade it. Still right here. You know, I might give it away on the channel or something. Sign it, give it to someone. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna play it anymore. You know, guys, do me a favor, hit the like button. We have a little fun today, right? You guys want next gen in the rare form, and every so I come out. I come out my bag. I come out the bag, man. Listen, man. My man Grade 6, what's going on, good brother? Shout out to everyone in the chat. We're gonna have a little fun today, man. But I told you, and I said that to say this. I said that, you know what I mean, there was a huge difference, man. And we're starting to see it in, you know. And now listen, maybe like I said, I know Dave, shout out my bro, my little bro, King's Blood Gaming. You know, I lost him for a little while. He's back on the X now, but he was all into that PUBG. Even a couple PC guys got the X for PUBG because they said they was tired of cheating on PC. You know what I mean? But still, I don't want them to merge the communities because I don't want them to go against mouse and keyboard. But this is huge. This is just the beginning. And like I said, once developers really start to get their hands on the hardware and learn how to, you know, you're going to start seeing more games and more games that are 60 frames on big games that are 60 frames on the X and 30 on the, you know, on the Pro, or the Pro, or even the PS4 or the Xbox. This is huge. This is huge. Now, shut up, my man Stephen D. Great. Now, I understand you have what you call lazy developers. I get it. Some games are just patched, but games that are going to be built, especially built with new engines from the ground up for the X, my God, my God, my God. Wasted America. What's going on, good brother? You know what I mean? You know, my God, my God, my God, man, you know? And you know, what next you get just a fanboy? Maybe I am. Maybe I put the F in fan, the B in boy, whatever you want to call me, right? But for those of you that hyped Alex on and said there wasn't wasn't a huge difference, you know what I mean, between the Pro and the X and the S, and I'm just gonna keep the S. I'm gonna check it back. I'm gonna get PlayStation VR. All right, I'm gonna get PlayStation VR, and I'm gonna get the S because the X, he doesn't really see an advantage of the X. And so for those of you, I say, like, this is crazy. Everybody's inboxing me right now. You know what I mean? Let me work, man. Let me work, man. Let me do my job right now, man. Oh, let me tweet this. I didn't need to tweet this shit. Let me tweet this out. Let me do my job. All right? Y'all want to have some fun today? Are you not entertained? I'm gonna cut up. I'm gonna cut up for a little while. Let me get this out here. Let me get this out here. Hold up, man. Hold up, man. Hold up. We gonna have a little fun. Let me tweet this. Let me pause that right there. Hold up. Let me get this out of here. Hold up. Y'all gonna get this work. Hold up. Y'all gonna get this work a little bit. You know what I mean? Right. For those of you that said I was bugging, and you know, and there was not a huge difference. That was the killing saying. And that my eyes. Listen, I'm 30. Listen, I don't have them eyes that I used to have, and I'm not a young man anymore. I'm 39 years old, 38 years young, you know what I mean? I don't have the eyes I did when I was 20 or even 25. But I told you guys, honestly, there's a big difference. I tell you, when it's like when I went from the 360 to the Xbox One, those graphics rise. I get that all over again. And to be fair, again, I never got that with the S. I didn't get that with the Pro, but I'm getting that with the X. You know, I'm just keeping it flow. Listen, I'm on the record as saying, if the X is just a resolution box, I will keep the S because resolution doesn't give you better graphics. Oh my God. So I said that's right. You know what I mean? I'm bugging out right now, man. I'm bugging out. Wait, I'm bugging out. We're gonna have some fun today. I told you. And Alex is my man. Puerto Rock is just cheap. He's just very, very cheap. So you got to exclude him from the equation. And Parker, this is my, I'm going to love Parker. Parker's been playing Gears with us. But I said you're wasting your money buying the S and the X is out. You're wasting your money. You're wasting your money. You're wasting your potential. The X. Yo, let me share my screen with y'all. All right, let me get down. Let me get down to business. You hear me in the back? Let me get down to business. Let me share my screen in the back. We have a little fun. A little bit of fun. Just a little bit. You know what I mean? That's what I do next gen. I entertain. I put on for my city, right? Let me share my screen in the back. All right. You know what I mean? Let's get down to business. All right. I'm sorry. I've been procrastinating long enough. I'm gonna get to it right now. I do apologize. All right. Let me share my screen here. Present to everyone. Oh. Refresh it right here a little bit. All right. PlayerUnknown Xbox is synonymous with gaming. PUBG to run at 60 frames on the Xbox One X. Brendan Green, also known as PlayerUnknown, is possibly the singly most prominent and unexpectedly so, in the world of gaming this year. With the incredible rise of his PlayerUnknown's Battleground Battle Royale game, he has the focus of countless interviews. PlayerUnknown appeared in new features on games. Issues getting down to the juice part. Xbox is synonymous with gaming. You know what I mean? And there's a huge player base out there that prefer to play on console. So bringing it to the Xbox One system is just great. He then confirmed that PUBG will run at 60 frames per second on the Xbox One X, while Bluehold might be forced to limit it at 30 frames on the regular Xbox One hardware. Even though they keep trying to push it to 60. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what I mean? Are you not entertained? You know, like I don't know what more can be said, what more can be done. You know, so for those that went out there, listen, shout out for those, if you're new to the Xbox ecosystem, kudos to you. But if you can afford to get the S, and even if you don't have a 4K television, Yo! I'm bugging out. I'm bugging out. I'm sorry. The Xbox One's a hell of a console, man. The Xbox X is a hell of a console, man. You know what I mean? It is. Shout out to everybody on the live stream, man. You know. But this is good news. Actually, this is good news for gaming, though. All honesty, all jokes aside, this is good news for gaming. You know. So maybe listen. Be honest though. Maybe PUBG is not the game for me. I've yet to play. I never played it. You know what I mean? So I heard one match could take like 45 minutes, or you get killed, you know, coming back. Oh, the real master, what's going on, good brother?
What's happening,
my brother? Listen. Before I get up out of here, man. Could you explain to me what is PUBG? You know, what is PUBG? What is PUBG about? Listen, answer the question. Oh, the most important, because you're more of a PC guy.
What's up?
Is it a huge thing going from 30 frames to 60 frames? You know,
yes.
And will the X have the advantage over the standard?
Yes. Xbox? And do I give a damn? Hell no. Absolutely not. I bought my PC. My PC, I put the parts in it to have the best frame rates, best resolution, stability, all the bells and whistles. That's the same damn thing the X is made for. Developers need to stop bullshitting and take advantage of it. It's just that simple. They need to take advantage of the power of the X. They need to take advantage of the PS4 Pro, even though it's not that much of an upgrade. They need to take advantage of the fact that people paid for these upgraded systems and stop latching on to the need for there to be level playing field, quote unquote. People buy stuff to have an advantage all the time. People buy NetDoomer routers and they buy fight sticks and elite controllers and scuff controllers. They buy all these things to have advantages all the time. That's the reality of the situation. Somebody with a higher level or a better controller, same skill level, is going to have an advantage. That's just the reality of the situation. It is what it is. So they need to make sure that they utilize the X, they utilize the PS4 Pro. They need to make sure that they take care of the people who bought these systems and stop worrying about what is or what may or may not be. Because no matter what happens, if I'm playing PUBG on PC and somebody has the bare minimum spec to run PUBG, they're playing it worse than I am. I have an advantage. They're not going to know that I have an advantage. I can have the same PC they do. They don't know that. They don't know one way or the other. It's the same thing on the Xbox One. If I'm playing PUBG on the X and somebody's playing PUBG on the S, you're not going to know the difference. The only thing you're going to know is I shot you in the face. The only thing you're going to know is that you're taking a trip back to the lobby. That's it. So it's not going to change anything. People don't know what's the difference, and they're not going to see the difference in the game because you don't know what the dude on the other side is saying. You always going to say something. You always going to say, oh, it was the lag. Oh, it was like that's always going to exist. It existed before there was a disparity between the two. So it's not going to change anything.
No, well, I mean, I remember playing with Turp in Gears of War, and I sat back and I watched him. This man was hauling ass across the stream. I knew it was, you know, in me being the casual that I am, I knew something was different with that right there. You know what I mean? Like that was noticeably faster than what the hell I was going. You know what I mean? Unless I just got the reflex of a 98-year-old squirrel, he was hauling ass across the screen.
But you do have the reflexes of a 98-year-old squirrel.
I'm just saying, but God, he was hauling ass across the screen. You know what I mean? So you mean to tell me if someone has 30 frames or someone?
It's gonna be a smoother experience. Like the hiccups you see with a 30 frame per second game with some slight drops is going to be vastly different than what I see with a 60 FPS game with drops. Like it is what it is. Like it's going to be like, even now the X now has advantages, has better draw distances, has finer detail. So I can see you before you see me if I'm on the X and you're on the S. That's a reality right this damn second. Like it just is what it is. The stronger hardware is always going to have the advantage. The only difference is that the developers need to stop worrying about parity between or within the same generation and just make the best game they can and then scale it down for whatever hardware is left. The same thing they do on PC. They make it the best that they can, and then they make a minimum spec and a required spec. So you can still play with the best thing you can ever play with, right? And it's not going to change anything. And like I said, people right now have an advantage on the X, and it's not even doing 60 and 30. It's just doing more stable frame rates. It's doing longer draw distances. Like, these little things are going to give you an advantage regardless. And you don't hear people complaining because they don't know the difference. The only thing they're going to see now is 30 and 60. They know that numbers are different, but they don't know anything. They don't know that the reality of this situation is that the one system has better stuff, so it is going to play things better. And if I'm playing a competitive game against someone else, my system playing something better is going to always play something better. That's just the reality of the situation. People are going to complain. That is 1,000% going to happen. But PUBG, being the juggernaut that it is what could usher in developers finally taking advantage of the fact that they don't have to have parity.
Are you saying, you thinking that maybe that Microsoft may have opened up Pandora's box?
Good. They should have. 1,000% should have. 1,000%.
So let's be clear. I remember last year when there it was called a Sony, a little bit of how you say, a civil war. People that wasn't getting the Pro and people that had the PS4, and it was going back. It was some banter in like NeoGAF and stuff. You know what I mean? Do you think this is going to be, or do you think the people that have the S are going to start complaining, or have the regular S are going to start complaining? It's no fair. Those guys get an advantage. Or you think, are we going to see an Xbox civil war on our side here?
You'll see it, but it'll be from a few people that'll be in a minority. It'll come and it'll go, and it'll go away, just like it did on PlayStation side. It's the same thing. Like I said, this has been going on PC for years. I buy better PC parts in order to make sure that I have the best experience I can. You bought an Xbox One X to ensure that you have the best experience you can. The simple fact of it. Like, if the game, or when the game, whatever, comes to PS4, the PS4 Pro, whether or not it can handle the same frame rate, that remains to be seen. We'll see. But if it does come, it'll be in a year or so, maybe. So maybe they'll have time to rein it in for consoles. But as of right now, the X will be around 60 because the frame rate on PC fluctuates. Like, it's bad, the up and down on PC, and that's with having a good PC. It'll fluctuate so ridiculously now on PC. So I don't know how optimized it is for consoles. Hopefully it's better optimized. You get a more stable frame rate, but we'll see. As of right now, like I said, it's just the same thing. Running a game better on the X needs to happen, just like it needs to happen on the Pro, because we need to keep pushing gaming forward. Consoles hold back PC for this exact reason, that they keep going back to 8 to 10-year-old hardware and bring everything down. It's just the reality of the situation. They need to stop it.
All right. Well, like I said, I'm not gonna be here too long, right? You know, I just wanted to just do something right quick before I got up. And some of you may say I put the P in petty, and sometimes I do. I am known sometimes to stir the pot. But I want, for those who are just joining, you got to rewind the show. We're running back to the beginning of the show. I want to play this last tune from my brother Alex. Yeah. It's for you, Alex. For you trading in the X, so you say.
I do realize that crossplay is coming for PUBG.
You know,
when it does, if it does, because Flip Bayless asked, yes, I'm going to destroy people on the Xbox regardless. I'll be getting a whole bunch of chicken dinners on the Xbox.
Chicken dinner.
Right. That's what you get when you get a chicken dinner. When they win a chicken dinner. So I'm gonna be getting a whole lot of chicken dinners when it comes to Xbox. That's the reality situation. Because these Xbox dudes, they don't play games like PUBG. Like even Fortnite doesn't play like PUBG. It's the same type of game, but it doesn't play like PUBG. And they're gonna play it like Call of Duty or Fortnite. And they're gonna get sent back to the lobby.
Well, like I said, we're gonna see. We're gonna see what comes out with December 12th or
December 12th.
December, and they are releasing a physical copy.
Yeah, that's probably not gonna be till next year though. It's probably not gonna be till the actual release of the game because the game is in it's gonna be in the preview program or like game preview or whatever. So it's still, like right now, it's still not fully released, so it's gonna be in game preview. But that's another reason that I see things like the 60 FPS and 30 FPS working, especially with PUBG, because they can say that they are tuning everything. So when it comes and the game runs 60 to probably, I don't know, 45, 50 FPS, because that's about what I see the swing being. Like it runs, like I said, the frame drops are drastic as hell on PC. That's what 1080, 1080 Ti's, like the frame drops are drastic as shit. So when on console, I don't know how it's gonna run better unless they have optimized set stream code. I don't know the net code and the variance values for the two. We'll see. I hope it runs better. I really do. Either way, chicken dinner is in my future and a lot of lobby visits for everybody else.
But I want to say this, right? Now listen, maybe not saying maybe, but you know, I know you have 1,000 different variables on PC, but maybe the fact that the game can maybe a little better optimized on consoles because of a closed, you know, they know it's there,
and that's what I'm hoping for. I really am hoping that the optimization is 100%.
Microsoft sent out the 18, but you know, getting help.
We're gonna see. Like I said, I'm expecting fluctuations. The way the game plays on PC with high-end hardware is struggle time. So it's going to be a I guess interesting play out of how this plays out. Over time, it'll get better though, because it's in game preview, so they have time before the actual release to make it a good and holistic game and fully lock it into the hardware. To have the hardware for longer, it should get better over time. Patches come, patches go.
All right. Again, shout out to everybody in the live stream. You can be so kind to hit the like button. Like I said, I'm not going to be here too long. Like I said, it's going to be a very, very interesting multiplayer podcast tonight, as always. He said Bruce Lee equals the Chinese Jesus. Your jokes are cutting up in the chat already, man. But anyway, thank you guys for rocking out. They said, what's going on with the mic? Something wrong with the mic?
I don't know.
No, I just played. I didn't hear anything. But anyway, shout out to you guys in the chat again. Hell yeah, bro. What's going on with the live stream, the audio? Oh, I'm listening. I don't hear anything. All right. But Mr. Free to be me said now you know the Chinese Jesus truly exists. Your jokes are cutting up. Don't start this. Don't start it, man. Shout out to, again, my man Tony. Shout out to him. Patreon supporter. Shout out to you. My man, the finest Patreon supporter. Shout out to you. Shout out to everybody that been rocking out, supporting the super chat. We appreciate it. Well, I appreciate it. We appreciate it. Cypher man. Oh, you got C-Tech. I didn't see. I'm looking at chat now. Appreciate it. And listen, if we still sit on the fence and thinking about getting the S or the X, or if you have the S or maybe anything, you know what? I'm cool with what I have. You're going to start to see this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. And we catch you guys later on the multiplayer. L's will be handed out tonight. This I promise you. This I know, for the Bible tells me so.
100%. Everything going to boil down to, we're going to start talking about the disparities between how games play, and then somehow sales is going to come up. 100%.
Well, yeah, like I said, it's going to be. I see Nadella. I actually haven't done a video in like 2 days. He said they about to invest. They about to really double down. Yeah, they're about to really double down on this here gaming thing. So I hope, which is good for gaming overall. I hope they go out there and get some exclusives. Stuff that I like. You know what I mean? That appeals to me.
Right, like we've been saying, I just want them to tell us, and with pictures, real talk. They just need to show the pictures. You keep saying you bought these studios, you went out and got all this stuff. That's cool, but I want you to show me what's coming in the future. Right now, I know of 3 games outside of the 2 Forzas coming out every other year. And Halo 6 is on the way, Gears 5 is on the way. That's it. That's all I know about. So what else is there? What else have you been doing with all your time that you said you've been out there, hitting the pavement and all that? Show me. That's all I want.
Yeah, somebody asking me, said that Infinity War trailer was lame. I haven't seen Thor. I just seen Injustice yesterday though. Injustice was awesome.
Thor is it's a comedy. Like the first 2 Thors, they went in tried to go in a half serious direction. This one is pure comedy. It's basically Guardians of Asgard. Like it is literally Guardians of the Galaxy starring Thor.
Oh yeah,
it's just a comedy.
I don't know. I like that, but I don't know. What the hell is this?
DC tries to be extra serious. They kind of switch that up with Justice League a little bit.
I like the Justice League. I mean, I saw it yesterday. Me and my daughters. It was awesome.
It was dope. Like the way I see this working out is Marvel introduced all the heroes, and they gonna show. They put it all together in the Avengers, and it made for a better hero collaboration. Justice League, they use Justice League as an introduction to all the heroes, and they're gonna start building the Legion.
There was no Green Lantern though. I'm surprised they showed him in a little bit when they had the war.
Yeah, I think DC is gonna do the opposite of Marvel. Instead, Marvel built up their heroes and then made Avengers. I think DC is gonna build up their villains and then make a Legion of Doom movie. That's what I think DC's playing. They had to put the heroes out there.
And my man George Bush doesn't care about black people. Be bugging in the chat. So, hey, can I get that Xbox Slim that just I can give it to the kids and the offer to next Joe? That joke will be cutting up, man. He always leaves some crazy shit in the chat. One he was a motherfucking. He was in the war. He always leaves some crazy shit in the chat. Oh man, but anyway, like I said, I enjoyed the one. I know you get the DC versus Marvel thing, and I'm gonna be honest with you. Let me say before we get the hell up out of here. A little sidebar here. When I look at those movies, honestly, I know my uncle. He's more of a he says he's not, but he's more of a Marvel fanboy, and he's the type of Joe that critique a superhero movie. It's not like the book. See, I'm a cat. I don't look at it from the book. I look at those movies for the action and the the effects. You know what I mean? I'm cool. Like he was pissed off that Superman came back from the grave and started fighting him, and it was good action for me. You know what I mean? But who's the guy that would fight? Iron? What wasn't the guy?
Steppenwolf. He's one of Doom. He's one of his henchmen, I guess.
One of who? Doom. Hello?
Yeah, Superman and the Justice League, they're slowly going to start fighting. I guess I don't know if it's gonna play out one where they'll fight the Legion of Doom first, and then they'll fight Darkseid after. I guess I don't know, because Darkseid is basically
Thanos.
Yeah, he's basically DC's version of Thanos.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I think they're going to start introducing all the Legion of Doom characters, so that you got Lex Luthor and the post-credit stuff, and then they'll probably have Namor and Aquaman, Reverse Flash, since the Flash movie is supposed to be Flashpoint, so they'll have Reverse Flash, and then or Zoom, whatever, and then they'll have, I don't know who will be the next Wonder Woman villain. I don't know, but they'll have a bunch of. They'll introduce the Legion of Doom slowly, and Darkseid is just supposed to be out there. I guess I don't know. Like Steppenwolf is he's basically like Darkseid's herald. He goes and gets worlds. Part of Darkseid's crew they all go from world to world. To me, Batman over everything, but Marvel has a better continuity with how they set up their stories line so far. We'll just see. I don't know. Like I said, Marvel's characters are more, I guess, relatable. DC characters, they always try to take themselves too seriously. And I think that reflected that in the movie. And Justice League was just enough of a departure from that it made it work. I personally like Justice League. The Avengers trailer is like, it's a Marvel movie. It's going to end up with the same type of stuff. Everybody goes off, has their own little fights. They all come together at the end, have a big fight. And then it's going to go to a to be continued because there's 2 parts to the movie. So, like I said,
I enjoyed it. And people were saying that it wasn't. I like the movie. It is what it is. I like the Batman vs Superman. I liked that too. So it is what it is. But thank you everyone who were rocking out with the show. Appreciate it. And we're gonna catch you later on tonight on the Multiplayer Podcast, where things will get pretty good. I promise you.
Those will be handed out.
Yeah, I'm holding nothing back. Now listen, I've been under this kryptonite. I'm holding nothing back. Next gen, why you on appear on camera? Because that's your grandmother's ass in my face. That's why I ain't been on camera. Look at him. I'm bugging out.
You wildin', bro. You wildin'.
I'm back though. Check you guys later on, man. It's your boy Next Gen 720. My man, my brother, the Maslin. Hey, Maslin, man. Listen, man.
What's up?
Put the link to the channel in the chat, man. My man Maslin puts out some. Listen, I have a dog. Listen, I'll be the first to tell you, I'm just a character, but I have dog shit content. My man Maslin goes above and beyond. Got good stuff there. Good stuff, man. Check out my man Lex Pro. Shout out to you, man. You know what I mean? I didn't see Wonder Woman either. I'm a little back, man. So I mean, you guys want to gift me any movies digitally on the Xbox? I haven't seen Planet of the Apes. I haven't seen Transformers. I haven't seen Wonder Woman.
You don't need
I
to
haven't
see
even seen Spider-Man. I haven't seen Spider-Man. I haven't seen any of those
games. You
games.
need to see Spider-Man. Spider-Man is dope.
Yeah, if anybody want to gift me any digital movies, I appreciate it. You know, I was fighting for my life with the orthosarcoma, so I was a little fucked up when those movies came out. But I'm back. I'm back like cook crack. So if you want to send me any movies, I appreciate it, man. And I do believe in Jesus, man. And I close every show by saying, if it was not for slavery, I wouldn't have met my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Thank you for rocking out with us today. And it is what it is, man. You said Cody, my nigga.
True story.